What would happen if we were to fall from here? This is the Space Lifeform Capture Station, a facility attached to the Frost Moon by a combination of Ungian Circle and a really tall elevator. High places are awesome. I hate them in real life, but in video games where my paralyzing fear isn't triggered, I love them. And I love even more to jump from them, watching as the scenery transforms around my character. So let's just jump right into it. The Traveler is going to free fall from outer space. It's a bit of a dive to escape the zero gravity zone, and already we can see something funky with the elevator shaft running straight into the moon. We're near the drop-off point. This is Traveler crash landing on the moon in 3, 2, 1. I'm sure it's no surprise that this is an extraordinarily long fall. Given that, I've sped up the footage. In the bottom right, you can see the current speed multiplier, along with a timer. Yep, that elevator is not looking normal. And we can go ahead and expand that descriptor to the whole surface of the moon, which is looking a bit lacking in detail and way closer than expected. All because that is not the surface. It's a fake graphic simulating the surface. The elevator continues, descending into space. Is that a black hole in the center? Something is coming into view below. If you're familiar with my other long fall videos, such as the fall from above Wangshuan that took over 8 hours to hit the ground, no, you did not hear that wrong, you'll be familiar with what we're seeing. That is the moon map slowly rendering into view. This is how maps in Genshin and many other games look when the player is ridiculously high in the sky. There's the Mega Kuhenki in Ungian Circle. We're able to see her from pretty much anywhere on the bright side of the moon, so it's no surprise she can be seen from way up here too. By the way, I will not be breaking the Traveler's fall. To do so would be disrespectful to my dude. This is a guy who has gone mano a mano with gods. This admittedly rather long and dangerous fall is... Aha! Stuck the landing. And that's right, it is nothing for the Traveler. Barely even a scratch. And this is how I learned that, in most circumstances, the moon has a low cap on fall damage. I always knew that. The Traveler was definitely not in harm's way during this experiment. On this channel, we are 100% for the safe and ethical treatment of the characters in any and all experiments. That was the first of 3 drops we'll be seeing. I believe the second to be the best of them. Before we get to it, let's take a look at that black hole, because we'll be zooming past it again in just a bit. Yeah, that's a black sphere of nothingness. It engulfs the whole screen. From inside, it can even put a dark vignette over the screen. The sphere can be seen during the cutscene of Ascending Skymount, where it is used to give a dark center, yet bright outer glow to the end of the elevator shaft upon the camera panning up. Alright, time for the second drop. The Traveler will be tagging out on this one to give us, perhaps, the greatest thing to ever grace Genshin Impact. Space Nilou. We're following the elevator all the way down to the surface. It's really quite a spectacle, like we're flying through a wormhole off to some mysterious quadrant of space. Nilou, dial the gate. Though it soon becomes apparent that the elevator shouldn't actually function. It should, by way of its warped construction, slam our characters into thick metal rings when ascending, which I imagine would not end pretty. Truthfully, there are 2 elevators, placed adjacent to one another with slight overlap. The larger, low-poly metal rings belong to the one visible when outside Ungian Circle on the moon. The smaller, high-poly metal rings belong to the one visible from inside Ungian Circle, and it is that one that reaches all the way to the space station. This one ends as we get closer to the surface, But as we approach the final low poly ring, it and Ungian Circle blink into existence with a magnificent flourish to follow. Trusty assistant Miss Nilu, you are clear for landing.
It's time for the curtain to fall.
Oh, crap. Time for our third and final drop. Perhaps you've guessed what it'll be. It takes a long time to get there, but with a combination of Amber's gliding passive, gliding stamina reduction food, one of the best gadgets in the game, and the fact that gliding descent is negligible because we're so high up that it takes 5 minutes of uninterrupted free fall to reach the surface, we eventually make it to the center of the moon's dark side, the location of our final drop. Enjoy this one in peace, set to the awesome, perhaps Halo-inspired soundtrack of the Frost Moon, When to Return. Gosh darn it. Beginning to think the first drop the Traveler survived was the outlier, not the other way around. And with that, we now have a new record for highest location in the game, putting the top 3 at the following. 1. Space Lifeform Capture Station, Frost Moon. 2. Mirror Library in Enkanomiya. 3. Legendary Tonatiuh above Ochkanatlan. And as a bonus honorable mention for a trip down memory lane, Mona's house in Mona's domain from Golden Apple Archipelago version 2.8. We've come a long way. This is Moosashi signing off. Till next time.